Many drugs kill off the gut flora. And then as the gut flora is being killed off, the person has a high sugar diet, having alcohol every night. And as I'll look in a minute, the high sugar starch in wheat feeding the yeasts in the gut so that they get out of control. Now this gut flora plays another role other than breakdown, absorption and protection. They also play a role of nourishment. Who do they nourish? They nourish the cells that line this gastrointestinal tract. And they're remade every 3 to 5 days. So the cell is born down here in the valley. It takes 3 to 5 days for that cell to move up, and then it's taken away. We'll put wings on it. Flies away to the graveyard. It's dead now. Those cells, as they move up, are nourished by this gut flora. So when there is no gut flora, the cells are not nourished and they are unable to play their role.
Did you know that gut health plays a major role in digestion, immunity, and even mental well-being? Around 70% of your immune system is located in your gut, and there are over 100 trillion bacteria living in your digestive tract, influencing everything from metabolism to mood. Gut health has a direct impact on inflammation, energy levels, and the ability to absorb nutrients. But unfortunately, many people ignore it until they start experiencing issues like bloating, fatigue, or weakened immunity. If you constantly feel sluggish, deal with digestive discomfort, or struggle with unexplained health issues, your gut microbiome might be out of balance. Gut health is the foundation of overall wellness, and improving it can lead to better digestion, a stronger immune system, and even improved mental clarity. So how can you support a healthy gut, and what habits might be damaging your microbiome without you realizing it? Stay tuned as we break down the best ways to improve your gut health naturally. As a thank you for joining me today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to subscribers. So if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, like this video, and comment why you want to win.
So now we're coming down to the grand finale of digestion. Lining the small intestine are villi. And up the middle of these villi is a lacteal, that's part of the lymphatic system. And all through the villi is the blood network. And the blood network, of course, is where our nutrients are absorbed into. But lining the gastrointestinal tract is a thick turf wall made up of Lactobacillus acidophilus, bifidus bacterium, and the many millions of other microorganisms that are made from those two permanent ones. And you remember we had a look at this yesterday. We looked at how these microbes are responsible for the final breakdown. But haven't all of these enzymes completed the breakdown? The microorganisms in the gut, they're responsible for the release of the B vitamins, and also the release of melatonin. Remember, that helps us to sleep at night. Also the release of glutathione, and glutathione is a potent antioxidant. These microorganisms are responsible for the absorption of our nutrients out of the gut and into the blood, responsible for protecting the blood against any harmful pathogens that might be in the gut. And these microorganisms nourish the cells, those little cells that line the gastrointestinal tract. So this is a major part of digestion. Unfortunately today, there are some things that are being taken that break down these microorganisms. Antibiotics do a very effective job at breaking down or killing off some of these microorganisms. One writer said taking an antibiotic is like dropping an atomic bomb in the gut. What did the atomic bomb kill? Good and bad alike. Also, statin drugs, the cholesterol-lowering medication, you'll find out tomorrow that they are useless and they cause a lot of problems. What also causes breakdown is long-term painkiller use, large amounts of refined sugar. So when you've got gaps in your gut flora, you've now got a compromise in the breakdown, you've got a compromise in absorption, you've got a compromise in protection, and the cells that live where this gap is, they're not getting nourishment. So the step is to stop what is causing the problem, and the next step is to feed those microorganisms so that they develop and grow. What feeds them? Fibre. Did you count how much fibre you had this morning at breakfast? Yep. I thought you would. How many did you get? No, 10. Great, 10. Jensen's got 2. Oh dear, we have to fix that. What's that fibre doing? What's it feeding? Microorganisms. And remember, every single different grape, every single different apple feeds a different microorganisms. So the more variety you have in fibre in your food, the better variety you've got of your microorganisms in your gut.
The gut microbiome is made up of trillions of bacteria, viruses and fungi that live in the digestive system. These tiny organisms help break down food, absorb nutrients and support overall health. Without a healthy gut microbiome, the body struggles to function properly. A balanced gut plays a key role in digestion. It helps break down complex carbohydrates, fibre and proteins, making it easier for the body to absorb essential vitamins and minerals. When gut bacteria are out of balance, digestion can slow down, leading to bloating, constipation or diarrhea. The immune system depends on a healthy gut to fight off harmful bacteria and viruses. Around 70% of immune cells are found in the gut, making it one of the body's first lines of defense. Good bacteria help train the immune system to recognize harmful invaders and prevent infections. An unbalanced gut can weaken immunity, making the body more vulnerable to illness. Mental health is closely connected to gut health. The gut and brain communicate through the nervous system, and gut bacteria produce neurotransmitters like serotonin, which affects mood. Poor gut health has been linked to anxiety, depression, and even cognitive decline. Keeping the gut microbiome balanced can support better mental well-being. Weight management is also influenced by gut bacteria. Some types of bacteria help regulate metabolism and control hunger hormones. When harmful bacteria outnumber the good ones, it can lead to weight gain and difficulty losing fat. A diet high in fibre, fruits and vegetables supports the right balance of gut bacteria, making it easier to maintain a healthy weight. Inflammation in the body is often connected to gut health. Harmful bacteria can trigger chronic inflammation, leading to issues like joint pain, skin problems and digestive disorders. Eating probiotic and prebiotic-rich foods helps keep inflammation under control and supports overall health. Poor gut health is linked to several chronic diseases, including diabetes, heart disease, and autoimmune disorders. Research shows that an unbalanced gut can contribute to insulin resistance and high cholesterol levels. Taking care of gut bacteria may help lower the risk of these conditions.
What happens if a baby's born via caesarean section? Do you know they're showing now that babies born via caesarean section, their gut starts to build up with skin flora, not gut flora. And skin flora is fantastic for skin, but it actually doesn't work properly in the gut. And what if the baby's not breastfed? And what if the nurse walks past the baby with a sniffle? That baby catches it like that. Mothers should be told if they give birth to via caesarean section, they should paint the nipple every morning with a little probiotic. Probiotic means for life. It's Lactobacillus acidophilus bifidobacterium powder, just a little on the nipple. And if the mother cannot breastfeed, then the best milk really is goat's milk. Because the size of a goat, very similar to the size of a human. You look at a cow, they're as big as their mother within 1 year. And cows aren't very intelligent and they get very big and fat. So if you want a baby that's not very intelligent and gets big and fat early, give the baby cow's milk. Cow's milk's perfect milk for baby calves, full stop. That's about it. I can't think of any other reason. What happens if the mother has a compromised gut flora? Then the baby will be born with a compromised gut flora. The breast milk would contain compromised flora to give to that baby. What would compromise that gut flora? Antibiotics wipe out the gut flora. It was only 2 nights ago it had on the news. In fact, there was a section on the 7:30 report about this little boy who had nearly died. He was just given antibiotic after antibiotic after antibiotic for ear problems. But as I'll show you later, what we have to look at is why are the ear problems there, and there are certain foods that can create that. They nearly lost that little boy. That little boy at the age of 7 had literally become immune to antibiotics. Did you know that Australia has the highest user of antibiotics in the world today? That's what it said on the 7:30 report. Doctors have been asked to please reduce the antibiotics.
Many things can deplete the gut microbiome besides antibiotics. Lack of sleep disrupts the gut microbiome. The body follows a natural rhythm, and gut bacteria are affected by changes in sleep patterns. Poor sleep can reduce the number of beneficial bacteria, making digestion less efficient and increasing inflammation. Overuse of disinfectants and antibacterial products can also weaken gut bacteria. While good hygiene is important, excessive use of antibacterial soaps, cleaning products and hand sanitizers can reduce exposure to beneficial microbes. This lowers microbial diversity, which is important for a strong immune system. Environmental toxins such as pesticides, heavy metals and pollution can also impact the gut microbiome. These substances can kill beneficial bacteria or alter the balance of microbes in the digestive system. Eating organic foods when possible and avoiding unnecessary exposure to chemicals can help protect gut health. Frequent alcohol consumption can negatively affect the gut microbiome. Alcohol can kill beneficial bacteria and promote the growth of harmful bacteria, leading to an imbalance. It can also weaken the gut lining, increasing the risk of inflammation and digestive problems. A sedentary lifestyle can contribute to poor gut health. Regular physical activity helps increase microbial diversity, supporting digestion and overall well-being. Sitting for long periods without movement can slow digestion and negatively impact gut bacteria. Avoiding these harmful factors and making small lifestyle changes can help maintain a healthy gut microbiome, leading to better digestion, immunity, and overall health.
How do you know if the gut's working right? Let me give you a story of a man that came to our health retreat with his wife. He was 68, his wife was 67. I said, "What is your reason for coming to our retreat?" He said, "I'm here to accompany my wife." I said, "Right." I said, "How many bowel movements do you average a day?" Because I did a health assessment on him. He said 6. I said, "Oh, that's a lot." He said, "Yes, I've got irritable bowel." I said, "Oh, are you on medication?" "Yes," and he listed the anti-inflammatories and the cortisones. He said, "Yes, recently the doctor said I can do no more for you." I said, "Oh." And then I looked at what he ate. He loved bread, he loved meat, he loved dairy, and he loved sugar, and he loved a couple of scotches every night. You see, when you're healing an irritated gut, This is what you got to do. Number one, stop all the irritants. What are the irritants? Wheat, dairy, in fact, all the things he was having. Refined sugar, alcohol. All of these foods are like kerosene to a fire to an irritated gut. And he was having lots of them. Number two, probiotic. Probiotic is for life. And that cortisone that he was on, it can break down that gut flora. The very thing he was taking to supposedly heal him, it wasn't at all. All it does is stop the gut being inflamed. And on all that medication, he's going 6 times a day. And number 3, there is a herb called slippery elm. And slippery elm coats, soothes and heals the lining of the gut. Psalm 104 verse 14, the Bible says, God gave herbs for the service of man. Slippery elm is a remarkable herb. It not only gives form to the stool, it coats, soothes and lines the gut, and it contains a growth stimulant, so it can stimulate rapid healing in the lining of the gut. I said, can I try some things on you? He said, certainly. Now, we don't serve any wheat or dairy or refined sugar or alcohol at our health retreat. You've probably noticed. I gave him slippery elm 4 times a day, morning, noon, 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. at night. And I gave him a double dose of probiotic. You see, he told me he walks by the beach every morning, and where he walks, there are 4 restrooms on his walk. He's got to, because he's got to keep going in. So in his 1-hour walk every morning, he's got to do 4 stops. First 2 days of the program, he's on juices, so I'm watching him closely. I said, how many times are you going? He said, 5, that's 1 less, on juices. You see, the slippery elm gives form, it coats and soothes. The second day, he was very happy. He said, I only had to stop 3 times on my morning walk this morning. And he's going 4 times. He's dropping 1 movement a day, fantastic. And it's becoming formed. Wednesday, eating food was much better. I said to him, I believe you can stop your anti-inflammatories and halve your cortisone. He was not interested in doing that on day 1, but because of the results he was getting, he became interested. By Friday, he's going 3 times a day. That's exciting, and formed. The bleeding from the bowel had stopped. The cramping had stopped. This is on medication, all that was happening. On Sunday morning, he came running up to me very excited. He said, I just went on my morning walk and didn't go. Oh, how exciting. When he came to our health retreat, who was he here for? And he sat in the consultation like this. Because of the results he was getting, he was very interested. Because what has his doctor just told him? I can do no more for you. In fact, I know what's next. They start cutting out the colon. And you want to keep away from the knife if at all possible. And you see, it's our responsibility to prove to our doctor that we can do it.
Now let's discuss some of the best foods to improve your gut flora. Eating the right foods can help support a balanced gut, improve digestion, and even boost your mood. Fermented foods are some of the best options for gut health. Yogurt with live cultures contains probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria that help balance the gut. Kefir is another fermented dairy product that has even more probiotics than yogurt. For those who prefer non-dairy options, sauerkraut, kimchi, and miso provide similar benefits. These foods introduce healthy bacteria into the gut and help improve digestion. Fiber-rich foods act as fuel for good gut bacteria. Bananas, apples, and berries provide prebiotics, which feed beneficial bacteria and help them grow. Vegetables like onions, garlic, and leeks also contain prebiotics that support gut health. Whole grains such as oats, quinoa, and brown rice are another great source of fiber, helping to keep digestion smooth and healthy. Legumes and beans are excellent for feeding the gut microbiome. Lentils, chickpeas, and black beans are packed with fiber and plant-based protein. These foods not only help maintain a diverse gut microbiome, but also promote better digestion and reduce bloating over time. Healthy fats also play a role in gut health. Olive oil contains polyphenols, which act as antioxidants and support beneficial gut bacteria. Avocados provide fiber and healthy fats that help with digestion. Nuts and seeds, such as almonds, walnuts, and chia seeds, offer a mix of fiber and healthy fats that support a healthy gut environment. Bone broth is another great choice. It contains collagen and amino acids that help strengthen the gut lining. A strong gut lining prevents harmful substances from leaking into the bloodstream, reducing inflammation and improving overall health. Herbs and spices can also support gut health. Ginger helps with digestion by reducing inflammation in the gut. Turmeric contains curcumin, which supports beneficial bacteria while lowering harmful bacteria levels. Peppermint can soothe digestive discomfort and promote a healthy gut balance. Cutting out processed foods, artificial sweeteners, and excessive sugar is just as important as adding gut-friendly foods. These can feed harmful bacteria and lead to an imbalance in the gut microbiome. Drinking plenty of water helps digestion and keeps the gut functioning properly. Eating a variety of gut-friendly foods can lead to better digestion, improved immunity, and even a better mood. Small changes in diet can have a big impact on gut health over time. Taking care of your gut health isn't just about digestion, it affects your energy, immunity, and even your mood. Small changes like eating more fiber, managing stress, and avoiding processed foods can make a big difference. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more health tips. And let us know in the comments what's one change you'll make to improve your gut health. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.